We should be excited about the next few years in games, according to a PlayStation executive with knowledge of everything that is coming out. We also got new GTA 6 rumors, Saros is underperforming, we got new gameplay for Black Flag Resynced, and way more gaming news. So good that you're joining the Sunday News Roundup. And let's go. Yes, maybe you already saw this, but people have been receiving emails from Best Buy's affiliate program about a special offer for the GTA 6 physical pre-order. And this offer runs from May 18th until the 21st, and if affiliates share their link, they get 5% of the revenue. Then Insider Gaming was able to independently verify that the GTA 6 pre-order listing from Best Buy is legitimate, so this instantly made a lot of people believe that a third trailer could drop on Monday the 18th, also because their incoming investor call is on May 21st, and this lines up with previous Rockstar marketing beats. The second GTA 6 trailer is now a year old, which kinda crazy. It dropped on May 6th, 2025, with the Take-Two earnings call happening on May 15th, 2025. And the third, Red Dead Redemption 2 trailer, the one that finally included the October 26th, 2018 release date, launched on May 2nd, 2018, around 2 weeks before the Take-Two investor call on May 16th. So yes, new Rockstar trailers often release before investor calls, but there's usually a bigger gap between them. And we now also have Tom Henderson from Insider Gaming saying on his podcast that he doesn't believe pre-orders for GTA 6 will open on Monday after all, and that we're not getting anything tangible about GTA 6 until July or August. So yeah, not a great look. Tom Henderson obviously knew that by confirming that those emails from Best Buy were real, that people would immediately think pre-orders were going to open soon. So him now kind of backpedaling is not great. Take-Two stock did jump after the rumors started circulating because opening pre-orders would make people more confident that GTA 6 is truly launching at the end of this year. A delay, as we've seen before, often means that you have to refund everyone. So again, if they really start pre-orders, it means that they're confident in the November 19th release date. But personally, I would not put money on a new trailer dropping this coming week alongside pre-orders. It still feels a bit too early for Rockstar and Take-Two to fully commit to the November release date. They could easily wait longer, and honestly it would not change that much for them, apart from us having to wait longer for another look at the game and confirmation of the price. A recent poll revealed that 80% of players would pay $100 for GTA 6. I honestly think they should keep the base version just at the regular $70, but then absolutely sell a more expensive $100 edition with bonus content. If they want to go crazy, they of course include early access in that more expensive edition. I hope they don't do it. I think it's way cooler if everyone gets to play at the same time, but of course it would make them a lot of money. We will find out soon enough, but I would not count on this coming week, although I would love to be wrong. What would you pay for a base version of GTA 6? Let me know in the comments down below. This week we learned that Saros is off to a slower start than Returnal, with some analysts concerned Housemarque will struggle to break even. According to Alinea Analytics, the game sold 300,000 copies in the first 2 weeks, and I use their data a lot in these Sunday videos because we've repeatedly seen that their estimates end up being pretty close to the real numbers we later learn about. Jeff Grubb also backed this up this week, saying that I talked to people in the industry, their estimates are not perfect but pretty good, usually closer than anyone else. So with that in mind, it is definitely interesting that even with more PS5 consoles out in the wild, Saros is not outperforming Returnal in terms of launch sales after 2 weeks. Although to be fair, Returnal launched as one of the first major PS5 exclusives. It was basically the second real next-gen exclusive on the system, so many players who normally might not have picked it up probably bought it simply because it showcased the DualSense and PS5 hardware features. Now, I don't think we should immediately go full doom and gloom mode here, because we obviously have no idea what Sony's internal expectations actually are, and the engagement numbers are really positive. The estimates show that 40% of Saros players have played for over 15 hours, while 30% have already played more than 20 hours. Around 20% of players have completed the game already, which apparently doubled the completion rate Returnal had after 2 weeks. But still, they made Saros less difficult, probably to hopefully get a more mainstream audience, but those people do not seem to show up. And of course, Returnal also launched on PC later, which also helped its overall revenue. And if the rumors are true, then Saros is not coming to PC. So yeah, hitting the required sales targets could absolutely become a bit harder. I've been playing the game and really enjoying it, but I do think the full price is kind of a hard sell because it's not that full complete package like some of the other big Sony exclusives. I for one don't really care about the story, for example, and the cutscenes are not that great. The gameplay is excellent, but it's also a roguelite, and that usually is like a separate mode in an overall bigger package. So maybe dropping the game to $50 at some point could really help. Let me know if you're interested in Saros and are maybe waiting for a price drop in the comments down below. And last week I said I would play Mixtape, and I did, and it's really awesome. Like, if you like these Life is Strange type games, it doesn't have dialogue choices, but it does like really focus on music and kind of a coming of age story. I would totally recommend it. It's like 3 hours, but only $20, so I think it's worth it. It's a very unique game. So check it out if you like these types of games. Now let's go over way more gaming news. Leave a like, that would really help me out, and subscribe, because we post one of these big gaming news roundup videos every Sunday. Now time for quick shots, news stories I will go over quickly. This next story is pretty interesting. I listened to the full episode of the Game Business Show this week, which I highly recommend as a podcast overall. And this week they had Christian Svensson on, who oversees all the third party and second party activity at PlayStation. So he leads the team responsible for bringing these games to the platform. He talked about sometimes games blowing up on Twitch in like early access, so they reach out to get the game on PlayStation as well, or they look at like new veteran developers making their own studio and then going to them to make sure they have PS5 dev kits. And he talks about a big like sort of platform where all the developers and publishers are signed up on, and where they share what type of games they are working on. So he has like an insight into all the games that are coming to PlayStation for the next 3 to 5 years. And even though the industry is having a difficult time right now with layoffs and hardware price increases, he noted that the next few years of unannounced games are unbelievably positive, and that there are no dire times ahead for the industry. He also mentioned that 2027 should be even stronger than what we're already seeing lined up for 2026. And honestly, looking at the rumored lineup and what we can piece together, I do think he could be right. GTA 6 will obviously be big this year, but 2027 will have Intergalactic, Assassin's Creed Hexe, Tomb Raider Catalyst, maybe even The Witcher 4, Venom, Atomic Heart 2, Clockwork Revolution, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 3, Far Cry 7, and the list goes on and on. Fable. Okay. Like on paper, 2027 totally looks better, I think, than 2026. Although 2026 is far from over, and one of the closest big releases is Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resync. We got new exclusive gameplay from IGN this week, showcasing the very impressive new water tech, plus the fact that we can now dive underwater at basically any point to collect treasure, even without using the diving bell. On Twitter, they also posted a clip showcasing Edward quickly throwing a smoke bomb, which they confirm we can now manually throw as well, before escaping with a zip line that was not in the original game, and look at the smoke still on the zip line. The game continues to look fantastic, and we will be seeing way more this coming week, because Ubisoft Singapore on their Instagram account revealed the hands-on preview embargo date, which is 2 AM Singapore time on May 22nd. So translated to other regions, that means May 21st, 6 PM Central European time, 5 PM UK time, 12 PM East Coast, 9 AM West Coast. I will of course have my thoughts with a lot of new gameplay and way more, so stay tuned. We already knew Crimson Desert was doing very well, but Pearl Abyss now revealed during their financial call that the game has already generated over $178 million in revenue, with sales split roughly 50-50 between PC and consoles. And the game will probably keep selling as they continue to push out updates almost every week, and they now also noted that we are exploring various ways to expand the game into a new dimension, including DLC. Like, I think they could surprise us all and have this DLC ready at the end of this year, but I think it might be smarter to make it even bigger and then have like a sort of relaunch during the anniversary in like March 2027. Let me know if you're still playing the game, looking forward to new content, and more in the comments down below. Got 2 quick rumors in the rumor roundup this week, where I look at the biggest rumors and leaks and rate them with stars. 3 meaning I believe it, and 1 means let's take this with a huge grain of salt. Maybe you remember The Snitch, a very prominent gaming leaker who later retired, but is now active under a different name. They recently posted Fae of War, hinting at a reveal for this rumored God of War spin-off very soon. Now honestly, I mostly wanted to use this rumor to remind you that we will very likely get a new PlayStation State of Play within the next few weeks, since Sony almost always does a show in late May or early June. So hopefully I can bring you more news or leaks about that in next week's Sunday video, because we are close, but I still would not fully count on this faith-focused God of War game being the one more thing revealed there. Like, it's definitely possible, but I'm still giving this rumor 2 stars overall. The Snitch's track record lately has not been nearly as reliable as it used to be. Sony of course also has Wolverine to focus on, so maybe the Faye game can take away from that. They got Intergalactic, so it's either going to be this upcoming State of Play or the one we have in September. I'll of course keep you posted here. Technoblock leaked photos of 2 new Xbox controllers. One appears to be a cheaper, smaller Xbox controller with Wi-Fi functionality, likely intended for people who mainly want to play through Xbox Cloud Gaming on non-Xbox devices. It looks pretty decent, although the triggers clearly seem less premium than those on a regular Xbox controller. Although, yeah, it makes sense for Microsoft to enter this market when there are many third-party controllers like this already. And we also got leaked images for the new Xbox Elite Series 3 controller, which also includes Wi-Fi functionality plus 2 new scroll wheeling like inputs at the base, maybe similar to the profile controls that we find on the DualSense Edge. So I'm giving 3 stars for this. I totally believe we will see these controllers officially revealed soon, maybe during the Xbox Showcase in June. This coming week we actually have quite a few releases. First, the new PS Plus Extra and Premium games go live on May 19th, with Star Wars Outlaws being one of the biggest additions, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is also returning to the service. LEGO Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight finally launches on May 22nd or May 19th if you bought the Deluxe Edition. Although there was an issue where on Xbox some users could apparently already download the game 10 days early. That was quickly fixed, but we also have Amazon shipping physical copies early, which is kinda wild. Now reviews are still not out yet, but they will likely drop either on the 18th or when early access begins on the 19th. Let me know if you're going to play this open world LEGO Batman game in the comments. Forza Horizon 6 is also fully launching on May 19th. It's already available in early access through more expensive editions, and it currently sits at a 92 on Metacritic, making it the highest rated game of the year so far. So there's a very good chance that Xbox finally gets a Game Awards nomination this year. Not really my type of game, but that Gundam race looks very awesome. Now I'm going to wait for 007 First Light, which launches not this coming week but the week after, but maybe reviews or additional previews or something will already start appearing this coming week. I will keep you posted. And yes, those Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced hands-on previews are dropping on May 21st as Ubisoft confirmed, so keep it locked to this channel and JorRaptor because I've got some really fun stuff planned. Subscribe, leave a like, and I'll of course see you in the next Sunday video at the end of the week. Check out my most recent Black Flag video by clicking on the screen, and I will speak to you very soon. Goodbye.